they're bombed, they're killed, they're orphaned, they're crippled. How can the world sit by and watch?
When Netanyahu, if he ever comes to this country, he must be arrested in line with the International Criminal Court's jurisdiction rule.
I think they should all resign, and they've got no humanity in them whatsoever.
Stop arming Israel, please. Stop arming Israel.
Spent the last year and the last 76 years enabling genocide, enabling war crimes and apartheid, and it's time to stop.
But you cannot ignore the plight of the Palestinians and suck up to the Israeli government.
We won't stop. We see you and we hear you, and we won't stop until you're free.
We'll keep marching and we'll keep protesting and doing what we can. I mean, our fight is their fight, effectively.
Little kids are being sniped, babies are being bombed, and it's complete massacre that's going on, a complete genocide.
I feel sort of unworthy to call myself a human being when I see a Palestinian.
I remember when we used to sing Free, Free Mandela, and now it's Free, Free Palestine.
We will keep standing up for you. We will keep fighting until there is a ceasefire and until there's justice and freedom for Palestinians.
How many marches have you been on?
This is my third march.
How many marches have you been on?
Almost all of them except two, I think.
How many marches have you been on?
I've been on them all apart from 3.
Practically all of them. I think I've only missed 1 or 2.
So this one is our 11th march.
I've been on 2 marches in London and a couple in Bristol beforehand.
Been on nearly all of them since last October.
How many marches have you been on so far?
I've been on all the marches this year.
I've been on every march that I've been in London.
This is my second London march, but I've been on quite a few. I went weekly in Bristol and weekly in Melbourne when I was there.
I think all of them, bar a couple, I think. All of the national marches anyway.
This is my third march that I've been on.
It must be around about 5 at the moment.
How many marches have you been on?
Nearly all of them so far. And what makes you keep coming?
The images that we all see, Sheila, on social media of innocent children, innocent women, men, women and children being killed, being bombed, snipers deliberately targeting children and babies, the occupation of Gaza, the fact that they don't have access to water or electricity, all the comforts that we enjoy here and take for granted. Seeing all of that and seeing all these people who join in the marches and who use their voices to raise awareness about what's going on, when I see what the people of Gaza are going through and the way they face what they're going through with forbearance and patience, and you see children still smiling even though they've lost everything and still saying things like thank God, praise be to God, it just makes me feel ashamed. They don't have equality. They're living in an apartheid state where they're not given the same rights as Israeli citizens. They're bombed, they're killed, they're orphaned, they're crippled, and stuff like that makes you think, how can the world sit by and watch?
What makes you keep coming?
People of Palestine need our help, and without us, the government won't do anything. So as long as we keep marching, then I think that the cause will eventually start to affect the Palestine people.
And what makes you keep coming?
It uplifts me. Basically, I don't believe that what we're doing is going to necessarily change the government's attitude, but I think being out here with other people and feeling that there's lots of people who feel the same way is something that keeps our spirits up and gives us strength.
And what makes you keep coming?
Because I'm human. I see a terrible tragedy going on. I see injustices going on. I see a genocide. I see massacres. What else am I expected to do?
We want to fight for the freedom of Palestine and for their right to come back to their territory and be free like us.
I think it's really important to get the message to our government that genocide needs to end and we need to stop funding arms for Israel.
Just simply doing a video or wearing a t-shirt or coming on a march, it doesn't feel like it's enough, but it's better than nothing.
Because I think it's essential. I don't think you can stand on the side. You're either for genocide or you're against it. You can't be neutral about this. What's going on in Gaza is terrible. So many people, innocent people are dying. Little kids are being sniped. Babies are being bombed. And it's complete massacre that's going on, a complete genocide.
I think it's important for us to show the UK government that we are not going to stand by quietly while they enable genocide and are complicit in Israeli war crimes. And if it shows Palestinians that we are with them and we are working and we're doing everything we can, even outside of these marches, to help free them, then it's worth it for that.
The fact that the UK refuses to condemn Netanyahu, really, like, other than the fact that they've said that they'll comply with the ICC, but just the fact that our government is so complicit in the genocide that is sort of unbearable to watch.
Well, the cause is still going on, the fight is still going on, so we have to keep attending, we have to keep protesting, because it's their fight, our fight, effectively.
Well, Palestine has been in my heart for many years. I remember when we used to sing Free, Free Mandela back in the late 80s, and now it's Free, Free Palestine. And one of the slogans was, South Africa will not be free until Palestine is free. 35 years later, we're still singing Free Palestine.
The marches are just one small part of what we do, but a really important part. We've seen the government and the media trying to discredit the marches and try to shut down the marches, and we've shown hundreds of thousands of people that we are not going to stop standing up for Palestine. The marches are huge, they're diverse, hundreds of thousands of people every few weeks.
My message to the UK government is, where's your heart? Where's your eyes? Do you not see what's happening? Stop arming Israel. Stop supplying them with our weapons. Stop using our tax money, because you use our tax money to help what Israel and the IDF are doing to children in Gaza. Stop. Stop. That's my message to them.
And what's your message to the UK government?
Free Palestine and stop killing children and stop being involved with genocide.
Stop arming Israel, simple as that. Stop pussyfooting around with individual licenses and do a blanket ban on arms sales. And also, when Netanyahu, if he ever comes to this country, he must be arrested in line with the International Criminal Court's jurisdiction rule.
I think they should all resign. They absolutely have no clue what's going on, and they've got no humanity in them whatsoever. I don't know how they can sleep at night.
Stop arming Israel, please. Stop arming Israel.
Be on the right side of history. You've spent the last year and the last 76 years enabling genocide, enabling war crimes and apartheid.
The message is that you cannot ignore the plight of the Palestinians and suck up to the Israeli government.
Stop the genocide, stop arming Israel, stop backing Israel politically, and in all other sort of areas where they're backing them.
They are both arming and covering for Israel, and I can't think why we continue to do that as a country. Yeah.
I want them to enforce the arrest warrant, want them to stop sending arms and stop supporting Israel with any intelligence gathering that they're doing.
Stop arms. If you're gonna arrest Netanyahu if he comes to the UK, then you can't still be arming him. Like, it's completely illogical.
What's your message to the UK government?
Shame on you. You have to be accountable for your actions, and supporting these genocidal maniacs is insane. And the people of the UK do not accept it. We are not part of it, and we will not stop. We will not stop.
They can't just suspend 10% of arms sales. There's a genocide going on. If there is legitimacy to suspend any arms, they should be suspending all of them. And they must make a strong statement that Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant are going to be arrested if they set foot in this country. And do you have a message for the Palestinian people?
To the Palestinian people, I say, you are our example. You are our inspirations. Your hope, your dedication, your patience, your forbearance, and your strength in the face of what's happening to you is inspirational. I feel sort of unworthy to call myself a human being when I see a Palestinian, considering what they're going through and how the strength they have to face what they face. And if I could only be a tenth of the type of person that they are.
Do you have a message for the people of Palestine?
Don't give up hope, because we're rooting for you.
And do you have a message for the Palestinian people?
We can only offer you our solidarity. We recognise you're going through hell, but all we can do is what we can do here to try and put pressure on our own governments. But we salute you in your courage and defiance.
Keep resisting, and know that all the world, the common people, the decent people around in every country are supporting them.
We are with you guys. We fight with you, and we are here to demonstrate that our heart is with you. So don't forget that we are with you.
I wouldn't presume to give them a message except that we're going to offer as unconditional support as we can within the confines of living in London.
We won't stop. We see you and we hear you, and we won't stop until you're free.
Well, we'll keep marching and we'll keep protesting and doing what we can. I mean, our fight is their fight, effectively. And we have a voice and they don't have a voice.
Stay strong. You will be free.
We are with you. We will always be with you. And we will not stop until you are free.
And what's your message to the Palestinian people?
It's horrific what you're going through, what you've been going through for the last 76 years. The international community hasn't done enough, but we will keep standing up for you. We will keep fighting until there is a ceasefire and until there's justice and freedom for Palestinians.
I want to give a shout out to you, Sheila, to the Brent and Harrow Palestinian Solidarity Campaign for what you've been doing. You're very humble and very modest, but you don't realize that what you're doing is actually very inspirational to a lot of people. So thank you to you. Thank you for inviting me today. And also, I want to give a shout out to a gentleman called William from Oxford, from Pressure Cooker Arts. He supplied this t-shirt. In Arabic, it says, Gaza, lan tasiru wahdakum abadan, which translated into English is a very famous, you will never walk alone. And as a Liverpool fan, that's a message that's very important to me. And I want to say it to the people of Gaza, you'll never walk alone. We'll always be with you in spirit, and you'll be in our prayers and in our thoughts. So these people who are doing all of that, they deserve, and you deserve, to be mentioned. You guys are inspirations to me, and I wish I could be like you and do more and do what you're doing. So thank you very much.